Hi guys! Welcome to Amy's channel. She is in a meeting right now, but she's wrapping it up and she'll be here momentarily. But I said I would start this off. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a little awkward not having your counterpart with you, right? But we're excited. We haven't done one of these in a while. So I figure let's get cozy. Let's get some reading done. I don't know about you, but this weather has been so wonky here that it rains, it's hot, it rains, it's hot. And I thought, it's Sunday night. Let's wind down the week with some sprints, even though the weather is atrociously hot today. But yeah, so a little bit what I'm reading this July TBR. I have an array of things. So I am reading A Lager Queen of Minnesota, and I'm currently reading that, and it's about a girl who gets in the brewing business and starts crafting her own and wants to make it kind of a business. I think it's set back in a time, in a decade where girls go to school, but they're going to school to find a husband, not to essentially finish school. So that's kind of where we're at. But I haven't read it too much. And then I just have a couple others. I really want to get into this one for summer. That is my goal, is Jurassic Park. But what are you guys reading? What are you reading tonight? What do you have on your TBR? I have a couple other things, but I've noticed if I give myself a huge list, I kind of stray from that list. So I'm trying to do this thing where it's hopefuls. It's to be read, just hopefuls. So, with that being said, I know that a few other people are jumping on. Amy's in a meeting. She'll be here. I promise. It's not just going to be me talking. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. And I had a busy weekend. We had a zoo night for autism family night out. My little one has autism. So it's really nice that the organization kind of shuts down or extends late night hours at the zoo, and we're able to do that. So we did that yesterday. We had a birthday party today. A lot of water, a lot of sun, a lot of being outside. So I just feel like I fried like a tomato, but I'm looking in the camera and I'm not as red as I feel. But anyway, that's kind of our week end. And then our week is going to be, we have summer school. So that's kind of on the docket. Hi, Lisa. You're starting the last house on He Street by Diane Chamberlain. Ooh, I've read a Diane Chamberlain book and I really enjoyed it. I can't remember which one it was now. Is Diane Chamberlain, did she read The Silent Sister? Oh, the house. Did she, The Silent Sister, I think was her book? I'm not for sure if it was. But I really enjoyed the Diane Chamberlain book I did read. I remember I read it as like a buddy read. Hi. Hi. Oh, perfect. Oh, I can show them. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm new to this. I'm so sorry. Hi. Okay, and then so super fun working tonight. Sometimes you just need to have these sprints just for productivity, and they are perfect for them, I feel like, because it just kind of gives you that time crunch. All right. I do. I like her books. I mean, there's not really a lot of books I don't like. It's just if I don't get into them. Hi, Kim. Hi. I'm reading. No, my name is Starting the Last House. Ooh, fun. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kelly. Oh my gosh, they're coming in really fast now. Hi, all. Finished The Discovery of Witches. I have that book. I bought it at where was it? At like a half price books, and it was like $1. They were having a huge sale. Going to start nothing but trouble. Oh, that's cute. You know, I really enjoy those cute little cozy mysteries, especially when they're around food, because I feel like they play on words and it's just so clever. It gives you a little giggle, you know? Okay. Hi, Kelly. Reading a cozy for the summer bingo board. Say that 10 times fast. Summer book bingo board. It's called The Grave Gourmet. It takes place in France. I hope it makes me nostalgic after my trip in January. Oh, that sounds fantastic, Kelly. I haven't been to I haven't been to um France. Oh my gosh, I had a space. I'm sorry. I haven't been to France, but it looks fantastic. Um I know I have a couple things I would like to go and do and see overseas. But with littles, it's just not, I'm not in that season of life yet. I'm excited. I have my list starting, but I think if I had to go anywhere, it would be Ireland or Scotland. I just started the Outlander series, watching it. But I was a big fan before that. But let me tell you, I am now gearing up to want to go even more. So I think let's get into, I'm down at the end of the comments. So let's get into a reading sprint, shall we? What are you guys thinking? Do you want to do a 25-minute one to kind of start us off? And by that time, I'm assuming my lovely co-host, which she should be here, will be here at that time. Oh, that's so good, Grandma. So I'm a little past the little. Oh, we'll need to talk because I would love to hear about your travels. I'm in that stage right now. I have a 7 and a 3, and she'll be 4. So it's an adventure. But let's start with a 25, and then we'll jump back on. So it's gonna look a little different because, again, please be patient and be kind because I am not used to this. Okay, so let's just read until let's read till the top of the hour. Let's read till 8 p.m. my time. So hopefully not a.m. p.m. All right. Well, I will see you guys at the top of the hour. So let me just get this in here, see if it shows. Oh, perfect. Okay. I shall be back. Mm-hmm. Hi, welcome back. I'm not trying to scare anyone.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Readings, Prince Amy.
Thanks. Sorry I'm late.
You are fine.
Last minute meetings get planned.
You're fine. Nothing burned down. We are here.
I mean, I wasn't expecting anything to burn down. I just get major FOMO. I know, like not being.
Trust me, you missed very. It was a quick hello, a quick Amy's in a meeting. What's everyone reading? And let's get into our readings, Rin.
What are people reading?
Well, one person is reading Diane Chamberlain, a Diane Chamberlain book. Another person is reading The Last House on the at the End, I think it was called. Kim's reading Know My Name and starting The Last House. I assume The Last House is a buddy read because The Last House on the Street by Diane Chamberlain. I thought we read a Diane Chamberlain book. Did we not?
We read
Silent Sister? Is that Diane Chamberlain? Oh, see, I was like, I don't know if it is, guys. Sorry if it's not.
Sure is.
Sharon read A Discovery of Witches, and it was a reread, and
Nice.
I have that one. I got it from Half Price Books. And Kelly's reading The Grave Gourmet, and it takes place in France. She's been to France and also Ireland. And I think
she's like been all over the place.
I think that's awesome.
Wonderful and amazing.
And then
90%.
I did get a little nervous when I was like, sorry guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to add the banner. I was like, just work with me. And they're like, you're fine. You're doing fine. And I was like, ah! But inside I was like, ah!
Oh, you did it. You're great. You're great.
I was reading The Lager Queen of Minnesota.
Nice.
And it's about two sisters. One is really good in the kitchen baking wise, and the other one, they don't have the best relationships. They're kind of at odds. One went the traditional get married earlier, because that's the decade that they're in, the time period. Had children, kind of went back to work, making ends meet. The other one really hasn't done that, and she's kind of going on the avenue of just creating lager and beer and like the science behind it. It's very interesting. So that's what I was reading. What are you reading tonight?
That's on my list to read because it takes place in Minnesota.
Yes.
And that's right next door to me. So, but I'm going to read 14 Days.
Ooh.
I'm 50% done, but I think I could finish.
Oh, I think you could finish too, because it's been a quick read for you, I feel like.
It has, because I'm listening as I read, so it's keeping me letting me stay focused. I can speak, it's fine, and yeah, that kind of thing. But I also have Good Girl, Bad Blood that I wanted to get started.
Okay.
And Secrets of Rosebriar Hall that I wanted to get started. And actually, I'm a paragraph or a chapter into that one. And then I have a cozy mystery on my Kindle that I would like to read too. I just really want to read. I
have tons of books.
I did not want to be at that meeting. All I wanted to do was read. So it was an important meeting. I needed to go to it. It's great, but
and it's over. And it's over. Lager Queen, Jurassic Park. I feel like if someone comes in the middle of the night, I can just toss this at them because it is hefty. The Women of Ardmore House, my book club. Interesting. And then The Kitchen House, because I've heard good things about this, and I started reading it, and I had to recheck it out. So All right. I starred. Let's go through the comments. Hi, Emily. The House of the Cerulean Sea
Yay!
for the prayers, prompts, and the amazing readathon.
Okay, when Destiny and I read this together, she could
Oh,
not pronounce this.
I butchered it every single time. And every single time, Amy was so patient with me. And she goes, okay, let's clap it out together, Destiny. Because
I was very teacher about it.
You were very nice because I was like, I don't know what to say. So I just kept calling it like the house in the sea. And she goes, why are we skipping?
Why are we skipping a whole word?
It was great. Hi. Ooh,
Hello.
I went by too fast. I wonder if you can do this. Hold on. Okay. Hi, hello. I started reading Molly Harper's Witches Get Stuff Done. That sounds interesting.
Sounds cozy.
Hello.
Rainy. Rainy is also doing sprints. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.
I know it gets kind of hard to like get sprints in because you never want to like sprint when other people are sprinting because you want to go and do their sprints, and it's like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hello. I know it feels like it's been a minute reading Dead End in Norvelt because I need an award-winning. Oh, amazing read! There you go.
Okay, I hated that book.
Oh, tell me how you really feel, Amy.
I could not stand it. My student was reading it and he's like, Miss Bowman, this is the dumbest book I've ever read. And I was like, it's not the dumbest book you've ever read. And I took it and I read it just to prove him wrong. And I could not. It was so dumb. I was so mad. I was like, why is this a Newbery Award winner? So maybe, Krista, you can explain to me why it deserves a Newbery.
What?
I could think of nothing.
The last time you were here, I was reading a book. You were here in the flesh and saw me like go, and I'm done. I don't remember what the book was, but I was struggling.
Was it One by One? Was it Ruth Ware?
One by One, My Patience. That's probably what it was. My last heroine. I'm sorry. It was just,
it had snow on the cover. I think it was One by One by Ruth Ware.
Oh my goodness. And it was just like, no wonder why they got snowed in. That's the only excitement that they got going on. But it was way too, the group had way too much politics in it. Not like government politics, but like they're all based in a company. Like they have the VP, the CEO, and like every time they talked, they're like, and I'm the VP. Like they just kept with the titles. And I'm like, I get it, Joe, you're VP. Like you don't have to say like, I don't know. It just was not for me. I should not talk badly about it because she had it published, but not for me. For someone.
Yeah, a lot of people like that book. And there are obviously people that like Dead End and Norvelt. I just was not one of them at all.
All right. So Jennifer is reading Middle Tide. Oh, yeah. So she has more time to travel. Well, one day.
A lot older than both of us is the right word there, Kelly.
I really just don't want to travel with small children with one still being in a diaper. Like that just doesn't sound like a good time to me. I just kind of, yeah, we'll get there eventually, but we'll get there. I'm going to read The Last House on the Street soon too. I need to get out. Okay, perfect. Yep, she has the Lager Queen. I assume that's what she's talking about. Oh my goodness. I am behind on these little comments. Okay. Hello. Hi, Krista. Hello. Okay, figured I might pick a Newbery winner. Fortunately, I started my book for sightseeing. Oh, and it won an award. But I just
serendipitous.
Look at that. I love when that kind of comes into play.
That kept on happening on the Get a Clue readathon. I was like, oh, yes.
It was very fun. I just finished The Kitchen House. It was a 5-star. One of my 2 favorite books this year. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it just grabbed my attention. the description on the back cover, and I was just like, I need to know more. I need to know how this ends. Kitchen House. I started it a little bit. So far, I really like it. I just want to get into it more. So yeah.
Yeah, I do that too.
Just say the first letter. There you go. The House in the Sea. See.
Yeah.
All right. I've learned to listen to Ruth Ware at 2 times. Oh, she really liked her new one. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you, Kelly and everyone. After that one, I'm just gonna wait a little bit to try to pick little Ruth Ware up because I heard great things about her. And I picked this up and I had a lot of hope. And maybe it just wasn't the right time for me. That's how I feel. I'm not gonna lie. So my weekend
We
has
did
been,
not get a ton of reading done when you and I were together.
I mean, no, not
And
really.
it was middle grade March, so we both wanted to be reading middle grade.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
there was a lot. There's a lot going on. But
Yep.
not saying you were wrong in putting it down. Just saying.
No. Well, and here's the thing. Sometimes, I don't know. See, I couldn't get into Game of Thrones and then I watched the show. Sometimes when it has like such a big type of book like that, you watch the show, you're like, okay, I know the lands. I'm familiar with this setting. Let's try to give it a go. And I was more successful the second time around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my friend LaTanya said too about Outlander. Like she tried reading the first book because her mother-in-law loves the series, has read it since the 90s, and gave her the book for their first Christmas together. She tried reading it, couldn't get into it. The show came around. She watched the show and I guess just started digging into the books.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I didn't get to tell you, but today we went to a birthday party. You know that. But I came home to a box on my front porch and it had my name on it from Amazon. And you know that my name does not come from Amazon. It's my husband's name that comes from Amazon.
When you ordered
So I open it, no note, but 4 of the first Outlander books. And I was like, okay. So I call the people that I've been talking about in our group chat about Outlander since I started it. And I was like, hey, I got a nice little book set here. I did not buy it. My husband did not buy it. I looked at him like, did you buy these for me? And he goes, as much as I love you, I'm not adding to the books that you got back there. He goes, I love you. You can do that. I'm not doing that. So yeah.
Unless it's Swamp King, then he does.
Yes. And I asked, and yes, her mother-in-law was like, I loved them. I want you to have them too and start reading them. And I'm like, well, thank you very much for thinking of me. That's very
so
nice. I know. I was like a little confused because I was like, it says my name on it and I'm not returning these. So I don't know where they get, if they both say no, I'm just going to be like, it's fate. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I was like so confused, but it was a good surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, some fun stuff. Okay, is there anything? There's a second book about one of the characters. If you like Kitchen House too, perfect. And it looks like everyone is chit-chatting away. Okay, so you're going to read that. That's going to be fun. I think you're going to get it done.
I might. We'll see. I could. Because this is a large print copy. I don't know. It's a large print.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like you're plowing through it though too at the same time, which is good.
And so
you need that kind of
listening to it. I'm plowing through it because it's really holding my attention as I go. And I like when I'm not super into a story, another story is going to start very soon. So I don't have to worry about that. So yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Did you want to get into a reading sprint?
I would. Yes.
Yes, because you haven't, obviously, you haven't been.
Oh, Sharon DNF'd 14 days.
Ooh, I think maybe I just can't get into it at the moment. You know what, Sharon? Same. Not for
That's fine.
14 days, but for other books. Sometimes they're just too, like, I don't know.
I don't know that I would be getting into it if it weren't for having access to the audiobook. I think I'd be struggling a little bit more because it's really keeping my focus on what
Okay.
I'm trying to do. So, and some of the stories are definitely more interesting than others. So, I don't know. I'm just really interested to see how they're all going to come together. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was one book I just recently read. It was The Family Next Door by Sally Hepworth. There were so many characters, and I read it on, or I listened to it on audio, and I think that was the worst choice, because if you're not constantly listening to it, if you're stopping, starting, and doing other things, you forget whose narration you're under, because all the girls have like similar names and from Australia, and it's just like, and then you get the guys' perspectives too, and I'm like, what's going on? And it's not a full cast, it's just one narrator, so she's doing all the, and I'm like, whose house am I at now? I'm getting confused. Like, I need to start putting a little rubric down. And they all have children, which is fine, but then their children have names, and then they talk about that, and I'm just like, who's Ben's kid? Who's this? And I'm just like, I was so confused. I was like, let me just read this and get it done, because I'm just confused.
Mhm.
All right. Did you want to read for 20 minutes, 25 minutes? I think I did like just the top of the hour, which was like 20-ish minutes the first time.
Well, I would like to get something to drink.
Okay, so 25 minutes. I'll let you control the things now.
Because
I
I just
will.
like clicked out and clicked in, so I'm just like,
Oh
can I
yeah,
go to
no,
the bathroom?
25 works. 25 works. Get something to drink, get some snackies. I got a little bit of chocolate and something to drink too. So 25 minutes sounds good. I'll let you handle it, because you handle it so beautifully and flawlessly and seamlessly, and you have like lovely background music and all the things. Much
I don't.
appreciated.
I really don't actually have a nice one because, again, I clicked out and clicked back in.
Okay, so we could do the same thing the first time.
Do you want to just read until 45?
That works. That works. Did you want? I'll put that in the banner, and we can just come back.
Yeah, and I'll set up the screen for the next one.
Okay,
You want?
that works.
Yeah, sorry. I know I told you I was going to do that. And
No, you are fine, because hey, it is not that big of a deal. You're training me, and everyone's just watching.
Yeah. I'm trying to convince Desi to do some sprints on her channel too. So
We'll see.
we're working on it.
You just need to calm down, girl. I'm still trying to figure. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this by myself for a little bit. That's fine. And I'm just
I know,
like,
because I said, well, we can start at 8. And you were like, why don't we start at 7:30 and I'll just hold down the fort. And I was not gonna say no to that. I was like,
you
yeah.
know, in the morning, Destiny is way more productive than at night, Destiny. And I don't know if that's the same with you, but I don't know what and I told my husband, I was like, this is, what we need to do, XYZ, yada yada yada. He goes, oh, and I was like, and then the moment he said, oh, like he was like, I'm so glad you're like being, like that's very brave of you to do, and I was like, oh wait. Oh no. Like that's when you
I
start like
very
just
audibly did the same thing as well. But when I saw your message and I was like, oh,
I just figured, I didn't know how hard it was to like switch the time, like just trying to make it easier.
and we did a little practice run yesterday and
Yes.
you're
Mhm.
amazing.
Mhm.
So I don't know why you're doubting yourself. So
It's new. It's just something that's new. All
Mhm.
right. Well, I will see you back in 45. All right. Happy reading.
Happy reading.
That was so relaxing.
No, I liked that one.
I know, it was very relaxing. It was just like,
Ocean waves.
I know.
YouTube gets a little weird when I put music in there, so I just like doing the sound ambience.
No, I liked it. It was like just peaceful, you know?
Yeah.
I got a couple more chapters read. I'm really, really liking it. So I'm hoping that it is just a pretty quick read.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get
You were
everything?
doing the Lager Queen that time?
Yes. Did you get everything you needed? Some water?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I got some water in my brewer cup.
Cute.
And jumped in on a bunch of friends that are also doing sprints and popped to say hi and like so that support. And then I read like 20 pages too, so
Okay.
not bad, but hopefully next sprint I'll be a little bit better.
You're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, hi Oakley. Hi baby. Hi.
You're fine.
Oh,
Well,
so
you
big.
just had to be here. I know. We're going to get down. We're not going to knock anything down. Get down. Thank you. He was just whining over there, and I was like, "You're fine." And then I like looked at him, and he's just like,
That was enough. That was enough. That was the invite.
I know. He's just so like, I love him, but he's just like a gentle giant. He's like, and then trying to get him back down without like disrupting everything. He reminds me. Yeah, have you seen Beethoven, the movie? He just reminds me of this just gigantic dog that like knocks things over and just doesn't mean to, but he's just like, yeah.
Bull in a china shop.
I
He
know.
when I was over there, when I was at your house, he was like at my side once the kids were in bed.
Yep.
He was like, okay, I'm gonna sit next to this weird
Yep.
person. I don't know if it was to protect the house from the stranger or if it was just he thought I was cool. I'm not sure, but I was okay with it.
I think at first probably like, hey, she seems nice, but I need to make sure like that's the chain, like the lineup. It's like the most important is the kids always, and then it goes down to me. But if like Corey's here and like it just depends on the environment and depending on who's here. Plus he likes attention. I think he thinks he's still up for adoption. And so he like adds the love, and like we love him so much and give him so much love, but then there's a new person that gives him love and he's just like, oh, I'm so deprived, and I'm like, you're not.
Yeah, and I just give off this air to dogs, I think, that
You're a dog person.
I am giving that love to the puppies, so yeah.
The birthday party I was at, I don't know, I missed the memo because I don't have a wiener dog, but all of our side of the family, they have smaller wiener dogs, right? Like my cousin, that's who we went over there. Her mom, our other cousin, like everyone, if you have a dog on that side of the family, it's generally a wiener dog. I don't get it. I love them. They're cute. There was like 7 wiener dogs at this party. People just brought their wiener dogs with their kids. And I was like, if I brought my dog, he would be a dinosaur.
You would probably think he was a wiener dog, though, and all those wiener dogs would think they were big dogs, and he would probably be afraid of them.
She even has like this little like lawn chair, like pergola situation. Like it looks like a little cabana for maybe like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who was sitting up there? The wiener dogs. They were lounging on the little cabana seats.
That makes sense.
And I said, man, is this what it's like with small dogs? Because I sure have missed out then, because my dog is just takes up a lot of space in a room. Like he's not this
that
cute
is
little
kind of
thing.
what it's like. Yeah. I had the three little dogs that I dog sit this weekend, and I don't know. They're very into the drama. They're dramatic little buggers.
It's just
Love them.
it's funny. They're so small. They have such personalities, and one's
and
like
they'll
14.
jump on a chair and then they'll look at you like,
yeah, oh yeah, and they look at you like you did something wrong, like by looking at them, and I was like, okay. They have a little they have a little ramp going from their deck. Like they have like 4 stairs, but one is like extremely old, and he's old. He's old. I think he's like 14, 15. Like he's old. He's old. Like if we have a good winter, I think it might take him out. I'm not trying to be rude about it. Like he's old. And they have a little ramp to go up and down. I'm just saying, like, I feel like bad for him. Like when I saw him, I'm like, poor guy. I'm just saying.
All right, Grandma Susan was here. She's gonna watch these tomorrow, so I want to make sure I put this up here so that she sees it tomorrow. Hello, thanks for stopping by. Jennifer's going to bed. Long day at work, and the ocean is a favorite sound to fall asleep to. Oh, I was putting you to sleep. I'm so sorry.
It was just
unless you want to be asleep, in which case you're welcome.
It's so relaxing, and you don't get the sand between your toes. You know, you don't get that sandy stuff.
All the messy. Lisa got 25 pages in The Last House on the Street and hooked already.
Perfect.
Yay. Krista had a good sprint, folded laundry, put 3 things away in the kitchen, and read 29% of Dead End in Norville. Not her fave, but a quick read. Yeah, see, it was very easy to read, and it was very fast, but it was dumb. Look.
So, Krista, do you do a Sunday reset to where you try to clean for a certain amount of time? Like you give yourself like 20 minutes. I've heard if you give yourself a 20-minute sprint and try to like either clean that way or just like what makes you breathe, like clean your kitchen, like reset your kitchen, you know, for the week coming up.
You know, Krista's very into the sprints, so she usually
I like a good sprint.
Adding books to Pango during the chat. Productive night all around. Yay! Thinking of sprint hopping, but just decided to stay here because we're awesome. I added the.
I think we're a good time.
In case you're only listening to this. Reading the comments. Kelly is combining reading and editing scrapbook videos. Whew, nice. Read more than 20 pages in my book, so feeling productive.
Little by little. I mean, that's a good little chunk, though.
Emily's on page 184 of 394. Very awesome. Can finish it tomorrow, and
I'll be
getting some sightseeing in.
Fun.
Yay. Yeah, Krista does the timer cleaning all the time.
I'm telling you, I get so many tips from her videos about, you know, just to do things a little differently, just, you know, spice it up, and they work. They get you out of like your little ruts. So they're perfect.
They do. They do. We are awesome. Thanks, Krista.
It's all due to you.
Krista and I had a meeting the other day.
I know you guys did. And I am eagerly.
But you can't guess what it was about. Chat.
I'm eagerly waiting. You know, I understand being like professional and keeping things, you know, buttoned, but I know what it's about, but I don't know any details.
But you don't know any details because I won't tell you because I'm so mean.
I was like, I just want to prepare, and you're like, due time, and I'm like, we're supposed to be best friends over here. I won't play that card, but
come on.
I understand. I'm excited. I'm just excited. It's like my favorite. It's like Christmas. It's my favorite time. And I always try to give you guys like tips, or not even tips, but you know, like
ideas.
This is like I don't even know what the theme is, and I'm like, but like let's get this going. Like, I know what it is. I know what you're gonna announce. I'm just excited. Everyone's excited. I'm ready to build my TBR for whatever might be coming, but I know what is coming because it's not my favorite condiment.
Oh, Jane's brain is getting too slow to work anymore. Going to pick up her book for a bit. Hunt on Dark Waters. Ooh, I have to have it done by Thursday.
You have time. You have time.
Mine done by Tuesday. So, too slow to even spell correctly. I don't have to be slow to be tired to spell incorrectly sometimes.
No.
I just have to be thinking too fast. So, yeah. Krista had patron-only sprints last night. Oh, I forgot about those. Darn it. And I don't want to give them any details either.
It's a good surprise. I mean, I feel like
It is. Finished my book during that sprint. Yay, Jane! Love it. Catch-up-a-thon!
I just love how creative it is. Like, I
don't... it is going to be in August, and we're going to announce it mid-July. So, July-ish. I don't know. I don't have the date in front of me, but we're announcing it in July. It is in August.
That is a good question, Lisa. It's a big question. Yeah. I like it. Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
What will we be building this year? Ooh.
Your guess is as good as mine, Lisa. I don't know.
I can tell you that...
Not for lack of trying.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one. And I don't think it's one of the ideas that Krista or I have mentioned.
Let me tell you.
Around groups of people.
My opinion. Quickly. I think it's one of the best readathons because it's like everyone has those rollover titles. Everyone, is trying to catch up. Great. I love it. But every year it just gets freaking better and better because like the themes get like, not that you guys didn't hit it off at the beginning, but like, you could go so much with it. It is just, you could go down this rabbit hole because it's just like, you can add things, you can add different dishes, you could do anything. I mean, yeah, sky is the limit. You could do like a breakfast. You could do a buffet style. You could do a taco month, I don't know, because you got the meat, the cheese, the cheesy haha humor, the lettuce, which is like a big book, like because it's the fillers. You could go insane. You can do guac, queso, margaritas, spicy margaritas. You could do anything, and I'm just like here for it. You could even do a baking one, like a dessert one, like a bakery type.
Well, because we did our
catch up in the cafe.
Sundays. So we did our burger, build a burger, catch-up-a-thon. We did build your own Sunday catch-up-a-thon.
Oh, even better.
So any conspiracy theories? Okay, this might have been my brainchild, Krista, but you didn't just hop on the train and come along.
No, it is.
You co-pilot.
No, it's such a... It's
because I did not know how to pull it off.
No,
and I needed you to help me with that. So, yeah.
It's a cohesive partnership. It's a cohesive, like it's equal because it makes sense with the two of you. Whereas I feel like creatively, like just it flows good. And then you both have like videos. I'll have a video this year. I'm so excited. I'm just saying, I'm putting this out in the universe. If you guys needed ideas, I'm not saying another co-pilot. I'm just saying, if you need ideas for your layout, I'm your girl. I could give you ideas, but I would need to know the theme. But you already got the theme gone.
Yeah, we're good. Fine. We're good this year. But we might not need you next year. Maybe. We'll see.
What? What did you say?
We're good this year.
Oh, you might need me. I thought you said we might not need you. I'm like,
no, I didn't say that.
I obviously know you don't need me this year. I'm not involved in the conversations.
Yeah, Jamie, I love your bookmarks. They're so fun.
Sorry.
Destiny is the best hype person ever. You
Let
need
me
a hype
tell you.
person. You need to get on this girl's channel because she will hype you up. It is.
Let me tell
I
you.
have way more
is all-
confidence
here's the thing. It's all like
than I deserve to have.
it's all well deserved. It's like you guys need to be hyped up because you guys are amazing. Anyway, I tried these tonight. I don't know. Jolly Ranchers gummies. They're not sour, they're just like tangy.
Mhm.
Oh, they're the best. The best. Anyway.
Nice. Excited to participate in Catch-a-thon for the
Me
third
too.
year.
I'm so excited.
Rejoin book of the month today. Kim, oh nice. After realizing I downsized my book, so I have 5 empty bookshelves.
Fill them up, Kim. Let's go. You know, Kim, you're pushing all these books out because I've seen your Goodreads and I'm like, dang girl, you're reading quite a bit. Look at you go in your little sprint.
There she goes, hyping up, Ben.
Well, it's just like amazing.
Oh, and she's looking for the Outlander series in trade for herself.
Oh, let me know what you think, Kim, because I am itching to start reading those.
Yeah,
but I
so
can't
we
say
are
that.
announcing Catch-a-thon next month, and it is going to be in August.
I can't say that too loud because I feel like these books are going to come off the bookshelves and hit me. Be like, what about me? You bought me so long ago. Read me first. No. Right? Like these are all just going to start shaking.
Cinder series.
I know that right up there. She's going to start shaking and just smack me in the head. Be like, what about me? Well, you bought me last summer. When Amazon had a deal.
And then all of a sudden you'll realize that it's actually Corey built a little walkway back there so he can start throwing books at you when you talk about
I mean, that could be, but I think he wouldn't do that just simply because if the kids were playing around and it glitched, like I don't know how good he is with electronics. He's great woodsman, craftsman. Yeah, I don't know about electronics though. Maybe he's good. I don't know.
I mean, he's got quite an electronic setup down there.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
He does all of your editing.
I shouldn't talk about
it. That you don't know how good he is with the.
I meant like wiring. I meant like wiring things.
Oh,
like
okay.
Wiring. I didn't say like electronics. I know he's good at electronics because if I ever jam. I just
okay.
I shouldn't say that. He did wire our entire basement.
Also for Kelly, also just finished uploading 3 videos to YouTube, so now she can just read. Nice, Kelly. Holy cow. On fire.
Mm-hmm.
Kim's read all of Outlander and loves the series. Books are always calling to Lisa as well. Ooh, Emily has 18 books to read for it. Nice. Could say 19.
Ooh.
Need to read the Darker Shades of Magic trilogy first. Ooh.
That's when you get into series, it's just like a trickle effect. You have so many you can read, and it's never a book series that has like 1 or 2. It's a book series that has like 8, 9, 10, like.
Mm-hmm.
And here I thought the Harry Potter series was a big series. It is a decent size, but it does not compare to like Joanne Flute's Chocolate Chip Murder series that has 20 some books in it. Every time I think about, I want to start that, and I'm just like, that's a commitment, Destiny.
I don't know. At some point in that one, I hear you kind of want to stop though, so maybe it wouldn't be too terrible. From what I hear. Yeah, and this is true too, Sharon, because I have read 1 of my book of the months this year.
I hate to tell you, I don't have book of the month. No. I haven't had book of the month, which is fine. Mm-hmm. So I just use my TBR, which is great because you can do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did skip June though. I was like, no, I'm not
Oh,
adding
did
any
you?
more books. I did.
Interesting.
I skipped 2. I wasn't really in any of the books. I wanted the Catherine Center, but it was an add-on, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I've done it before where I have just bought a random book just so I can get an add-on, and I don't want to do that anymore. So, yeah, I was
I
like,
get you.
I'm not gonna do it. So I pre-ordered from my local bookstore. So now I'm shopping local. Lisa doesn't do book of the month and has used her Newberry shelf. Not sure how she'll do it this year. Emily's favorite author wrote a 16-book high fantasy series. Oh, and those high fantasy series are so long.
I think, and I really think a lot of fantasy series are like just really long.
Mm-hmm. Crystal skipped May and June. Okay. Only wanted add-ons for the last couple of months. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's
Emily did not get the Catherine Center book. Yeah, you don't like Catherine Center, do you, Emily? That's okay. We decided we can still be friends, right?
Did we read a Catherine Center book? Did I read one? As I'm like looking in my head, like through my little Rolodex.
Yeah, we read Happiness for Beginners together.
Oh,
last June. Yeah, we did.
I remember watching the movie, and the movie did not.
I didn't hate the movie. I liked the movie for what it was, but it wasn't as good as the book. And
it really made me sad.
Honestly, it wasn't my favorite Catherine Center. I still gave it 4.5 stars, but it wasn't my favorite Catherine Center.
I just think the book was better than the movie. But I really liked the guy in the movie, though.
It's because the book is always better.
Yes.
Books and treasures. I get bored. Kelly gets bored after 3 to 4 books in a series because it just wants the author to finish the story already. Obviously not a series reader. Companion novels are okay. It's 2 or 3 books. I like the books that like are all connected.
So I feel that way about a book series, and I have yet to pick it back up. And I'm on book 5, and I'm just like, I'm at the point where I'm like, is it going to like pick up? Because I really like the first 3. And then the 4th was a push. The 5th was like more of a push. And I feel really bad because a lot of people like it. And I'm just like, I'm just not going to say anything about it because I'm hoping it might get better. But I might have to like restart it over again because I can't remember. There's a lot of lands and stuff. So.
What's the series, Destiny?
Keeper of the Lost Cities.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were going to say that.
I didn't want to say it too loud. I'm getting nervous. I'm like petting my
hair. Decided to try the romance so Emily could get the Allie Hazelwood. The Hazel Alleywood Bowman.
Oh.
Okay. Kim's getting the new Catherine Center in her welcome back box. And Emily toyed with getting the Lion Women of Tehran.
Ooh.
Sharon says that Gabaldon lives out there and is always signing tons of books at the bookstore so they can sell signed copies, and she does live events there frequently.
I've heard that about authors that live in certain places. They just leave their signed copies places, and I don't live there. Nobody travels to Nebraska except for Amy. Which I'm fortunate for, but I'm just like, Hi,
Kelsey. It's keeper, isn't it? Oh, my stinking word. Emily DNF'd Outlander and the Fiery Cross, just stopped liking Claire and got sick and tired of all the essay.
It is very interesting. I'm watching the show, so I haven't read. and was not, luckily I was watching it on my phone via Netflix and was not was not prepared for the first for the first episode. I'm getting flustered just thinking about it because I was like, oh, well, hello there. You did not buy me dinner or like build up the story at all. That's there. Holy
Yeah.
Toledo.
There's a lot going on in Keeper the Lost City. I get it. I'm sad, but I get it. I know, right?
I mean, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I just need to be fully committed to just reading that instead of trying to like do a lot. There's a lot going on. I feel like I liked it, but I feel like I need to just focus on that and not be just my book series that I read, like just plow through them. Because I think what happens is I wait so long in between books and waiting for books and all the things that I'm just like, because I still think the guy that I really like is not bad, but I'm hoping he's not bad, and it's going to crush me if he's bad, but then I won't know unless I read it, but I really like him.
Kelly has the first book in the Keeper series and needs to get to it. Her grandsons are huge series readers, so she gets to pass it on to them.
Yeah.
The book fair that my students did, they got rewarded with books, and one of the classes was rewarded an annotated version of the first Keeper book. And I was like, what is this magicness? Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. And Emily had a hard time with the beginning of Keeper. If she had a child reading it, she would want to talk with them about all of the red flags.
I feel like all books have certain things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fun.
All right. How long are we reading?
I will leave that up to you.
We talked quite a bit that time.
Yes, we did.
We do 30.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
That works for me.
All right. All right. So should we 30? Oh, we can just do we could leave the 45 up there. And we'll do 32.
Oh, perfect. I was like, do you want me to take it down?
No, let's just go with it. All right. All right. Happy reading, everyone.
See ya. No, 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 no. No.
Hello.
Hello. Ugly perked up when he heard the birds.
Sorry.
No, 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 no. He's just like, those aren't supposed to be happening at 9:45 at night. How was your reading?
Good. Do you want to take the read till 45 banner
Yep,
down?
I was just gonna do that.
Not that it affected too many people, because I think they were still participating. It was fine. Oh. Take my ear out. Okay. So I read from page 311
Mm-hmm.
to 366. So I read day 9 and day 10.
Ooh, you're getting close.
Yeah. So I'm on day 11. And then I was looking at what stories were contributed by which authors.
Mm-hmm.
And Diane Gabaldon has 2 stories in here.
Fun.
Which, just author I was talking about. So anyway. But look it. I only have this much left. And quite a bit of that is like, not quite a bit, but a little bit of that. So,
well, that's exciting. So I was on page 73 and now I'm on page 92. So a little chunk done.
yeah. It's a
Yeah.
nice chunk. Oops, I skipped this one.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Well, that's very sweet of you, Sharon.
Emily's about halfway through the book. Woot! You're welcome for the squints. She thinks she's going to get ready for bed while it's summer's break. I don't like getting too far off schedule. I am the exact opposite for the month of June, but then I'm kind of the same. Like once.
Yeah,
Well, not really though, because I have to be like, when it comes to girl state next week. So
yeah. I'm gonna be very I'm gonna be very, I don't want to say tired, but coming from 2 weeks of like summer and not really having to like get up, get going, like moving. Like we kind of like wake up and like lounge for a little bit and then get on with our day. Like we have a nice subtle entry into it. Whereas tomorrow we have summer school starting, so we have to be in a whole new place and do a whole new drop-off schedule. So it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Krista had another great sprint, did a walking workout while listening to Denon and Norvelt, closed my rings. And what does that mean? Well, now at 44% through the book. Nice. Kelly read 30 pages, but ready for bed. Yeah. Thank you for stopping. Susan made progress on the Pyramid Murders, a cozy mystery. Nice. Ooh. Lisa read 40 pages and cleaned up the kitchen a bit.
Oh, it's always so nice to have a clean kitchen when you go to bed. Lovely.
Sharon read 70 pages. Oh, total during all the sprints. Awesome. Kelly says thanks, and Susan said thanks. You're welcome. We're still going.
Yeah.
For a little while. Yeah. I don't know how long, but I mean, we said about 11, which is about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, so probably a couple more sprints, I would say.
Yeah.
If we have like longer sprints,
Or one longer one. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's an Apple Watch thing. Krista closed her ring on her Apple Watch.
She has been making some progress on
Guys, and
being mobile.
standing through the day. Okay, that makes sense. So you reached your goal. Cool. Krista can probably stay for one more sprint. Awesome.
Okay.
Jane only has about 100 pages left in her book.
Oh, that's
Really
always
achievable now. I don't
that's
know
always
if
the
you'll be able to
best
do it in
feeling.
one more sprint, but 100 pages, like it's just kind of like a mark, like, ugh.
You know you're almost there, and you see the finish line.
Yeah. Yay, more sprints. Oops, I skipped one. Okay. It's only 8:00 where Sharon is, so she's gonna keep going. Yay. And Lisa is always happy to continue reading too.
It's just nice to read with friends in the comfort of your own home and not really have to like drive this is just perfect.
Yeah, it's really funny because my students have, like they know that I have a channel and I am very conscious of what I put on my channel. So, but I'm like, you guys, it's really not for you. Like, like there's nothing on there that you can't see, but, and so they're always like, what are these sprints that you talk about? And I'm just like, explaining it to them, and they're like, oh, like we do with our silent reading party. And I was like, yeah, that's where I got that from. Because I do a silent reading party with my students where like the whole class, we will read and then we'll take a break and chat, and then we'll read and then we'll take a break and chat, and then we'll read. And I do that once a year. I bring snacks, I bring water bottles with the little pouches to pour flavoring.
Is it like the whole day?
Well, no, it's the whatever amount of time that I have them for class.
Oh, okay.
So it's like at least 90 minutes.
Okay. Oh,
but
right. You rotate.
That's their day. And then so that I was like, yeah, that's where I got that format from. That's how I planned that out. And they're like, oh, so like people do that, like, but then you can't give them snacks. And I was like, I know, like they do this with me without the bribery of snacks.
I mean, typically you could bring your own snacks, but somehow
it's like most people have snacks and a drink, and like most,
yeah, they like.
But
I'm already reading anyway, so might as well read with friends and have a little bit of chatting and some camaraderie and stuff. So yeah. And I know some people, like, even when they do like reading sprints or reading retreats or reading, things, they have attached like, oh, this is my favorite drink, or this is the drink of choice, or the snack of choice, or this is just in case if you all want to be cohesive and drink and partake and eat in the same thing. And that's lovely too.
Yeah. So
yeah, my book club lady, whenever we read a book, she tries to base her treat that she brings the patrons about the book, like something within the book. She tries to.
My foot's falling asleep. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. We read one. It was a Nantucket type book, and they kept talking about lobster rolls. And I was like, I know for a fact this lady's not bringing lobster rolls for 9 to 10 people. Like, there is no way. Like, that's not. But she did. I don't remember what she brought. It was something. I think it was a lemon something or another. And she's like, I like this as my summer treat. She goes, the only thing that the book talked about was like basically seafood, and she just sticks primarily just to desserts. Just brings like desserts there. So, which I really like anyway. So,
right. What is your favorite snack to munch on while you're reading?
It depends. If I'm reading a physical book, I try to prefer to eat like a red vine, like something that doesn't leave my hands gummy or anything. I do like a good peanut M&M. But again, you have to be like quick with, like probably keep a wet wipe on hand just to like dab your little fingers. But It just depends. Um, but like my like snack of choice, like if I'm watching a movie and I'm not like turning pages, 1,000% hot Cheetos every time. I love a hot Cheeto. I know I love a hot Cheeto. I've since junior high, since the early 2000s.
No, no, I can't do hot Cheetos. Takis, ugh, can't,
Yeah,
can't.
I don't like
My students love Takis.
that's a big thing right now. That's a big
So
thing right
big.
now.
I'm like, do you
I
really
just don't
like
like the
those?
roll.
Or
They're really hard. Like they're just hard. I just don't. I'm not a huge, but I like a good hot
yeah.
Cheeto. I like a good spice. I love spice.
Mm. I am not super spicy in my reading as well.
Okay, that's fine. Hey,
Which you
more
also like a good spice in your reading. What about
I do.
in the comments? What do you guys usually eat?
Yeah. What do you like
I
to
like
eat?
to eat homemade Tex-Mex. Like that's if
Ooh,
I
that's a good
can
one.
have like a container of
Mhm.
homemade Tex-Mex, like homemade, not
Yes, yes, I
big
can.
stuff. Like that's fine
Do
on
you
in a
know what I
pinch.
like?
But
It's not, I do like a homemade Chex Mix. Don't put it, but what I like, and I buy the bags of just these because there are people like me out there that love this type. It's the Gardettos, but they're not the full bag of like the little breadsticks, the pretzels of this, the rye bread. It's just the rye bread. It's a whole bag of oh,
mhm.
that that's such good. It's so, but okay, what I really like to do during winter time, I found this on YouTube a long time ago. I was watching BookTube and someone had made this. And she didn't claim that this was her drink of choice. She just did it and I was like it blew my mind. And now this is how I have my coffee at night if I, want to stay up a little later and have like a nice warm little cup. I do coffee, put like half of the hot cocoa mix or the full one if you want, and mix, mix it up. Oh, it is so good with some like whipped cream on top. If I'm going all out. Oh, I love a good hot coffee during wintertime.
It's kind of like a mocha, like a
Yeah.
mocha latte
Oh,
almost.
it's just so good. I mean, probably not the best for you, obviously, because I get the
Hmm.
Swiss Miss with the little mini marshmallows because
Mm.
there's no other option but to get the mini marshmallows in my household because my husband Corey, it is his season is winter because he'll have hot cocoa every single night. He doesn't drink coffee, doesn't drink a lot of pop. He wants hot cocoa every single night.
So is hot cocoa and coffee, is that your drink of choice while you're reading?
If it's a hot drink, yes, but if it's like a cold drink, I just like a good water. Oh, a little light orange Gatorade is really good too if I'm like getting maybe a lemonade. I don't know. I'm a pretty simple. I just don't I'm not I try tea and I don't know why I keep trying to try tea because me and tea just don't get along. There's something about it. I'll leave it for everyone else. My husband loves tea. Loves
Mm.
sweet, loves unsweetened. I think he's a monster, but that's just me. But he just loves all tea and I'm just like sun tea. I just
Mhm.
okay.
I love water with the little drink packets. Like I will
Ooh, yeah.
gobble that up,
What about the
especially trying not to drink as much soda. But
what about the Mios? You like how I'm doing the action, but I didn't know what the me because you squeeze it and then the Mio
no,
comes
I
out.
got you. No, that was the perfect description. I'm not. Yeah, I like that too.
But
It's
you like
just
the
usually cheaper. Well, I guess it's
yeah,
gotta
no,
be
yeah,
cheaper
no,
to get
no.
the meal.
The packets are cheap
But
too. I
Yeah.
get a Gatorade Propel, and I think it's like berry, and it's the
Mhm.
packets. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hot
Susan drinks
tea.
hot tea usually.
Do you put lemon in it? Some people do.
I put honey in my tea
Oh.
usually. And milk. I put milk
Oh,
inside.
chips are good too, though.
Oh, yeah, charcuterie board
Oh,
pizza with
yeah.
cheese, crackers, and salami.
You could
Oh.
go simple, fancy. You could do. It's such a variety for a charcuterie board. Oh, I love a good
Mhm.
little adult lunchable, is what I like to call them.
Yeah. Jane's gonna be on the lookout for some of the rye bread. Just the rye bread. What is it? It's called something. Like it's got
Special recipe.
yeah.
Gardetto's special recipe. They have them in the it's the same size bag as a regular like normal bag of the mix, which is great. But like, let me tell you, there are people out there like a special little group because there's no way they're producing these bags just for like two people. Like people have wanted these little rye breads because they're so good. They're just they're perfect.
They are good. I'm not much of a rye person, but I do like I
Mm-hmm.
will get that. Like there's this special recipe rye. Like they're good.
I mean, I do like a
They're
good
very
chai thing.
salty.
I
Like
do like a good kettle corn, a good popcorn. Popcorn
mhm,
depends on if it gets a little greasy. I'm not opposed to it, but I
yeah.
mean, chocolate
Jane is
covered
a
pop.
salty snack person. Chips, crackers, popcorn, and
Yeah.
nuts. I love a cheese and cracker. Oh, port wine cheese. Oof. Yes,
You know
please.
what I really like?
Kim is heading to bed. I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to make
Yep.
sure we say goodnight to
Good
her.
night.
Good
Oh,
night.
I like a good cheese. I like a good cheese dip too, like a baked brie.
Yeah. I love beer dip. Pretzels with beer dip. Oh, so good. No, don't know what that is. Is that just a Wisconsin thing? Ah, okay. So it's thing
Wait, hold on. You when you make it, you pour.
yeah, you use beer. Okay, so it's um a thing of sour cream, a thing of cream cheese dumped in a bowl,
Got it.
a packet of ranch seasoning
Oh,
dumped in a
that
bowl,
thing is that is
like a
secret food.
third cup of beer, but I usually like kind of eyeball it and
What
then
beer? What beer
whatever
are
kind
we
you
using?
want.
A malt? No. A
Any kind of
Coors?
beer. Any kind of beer.
Bud Light?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't use a summer shandy or anything, can you? No.
I wouldn't use a flavored beer, probably not with the ranch. And then you take a big 2 cups of shredded cheese and dump that in there and then mix it up. And
That's
then
it?
yeah. And
Okay,
then
so
you dip pretzels in it and it's so good. Is this just has anybody else had beer dip or is this just am I crazy? You don't taste the beer in
you
it.
don't? Okay.
You don't
It's
You
not like
no, you don't it
hot
does not taste like beer because it's like, it's just like a third cup of beer. So, like, you pour a little bit of beer in to add, like,
You know,
some liquid to it, and then I mean,
you
that's
know,
all it is. I don't really know what the beer does, honestly. I don't
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what the beer does.
I've heard somebody make
But it's just cheesy. It's just cheesy because it's the sour cream and the cream cheese and cheese and then a little bit of ranch, like,
you
mix those
know,
things together,
here's
and
the
all the
thing.
beer does is add some liquid.
Here's here's the thing.
You fold in the cheese.
How do you do this? It says you
You
followed in the
fold it in.
cheese. You followed in the cheese. I don't know, David. You followed in the cheese. Anyway, um, I think that if I didn't know it was in there necessarily and I tried it,
Mhm.
I need to wrap my head around it. I'm not opposed.
I mean, I've made it with, like, O'Doul's, like, non-alcoholic beer.
Why did I get so nervous that you're like, well, I made it when I was there, but we didn't have cheese dip? And I got so nervous for a split second. Don't ask me. I don't know.
Yeah, but I've made like I make it because it's a really easy thing. Like when somebody asks you to bring a dish, like you bring beer dip and a bag of
Oh.
pretzels, and you just set it out. And
Well, yeah, I do make a good spinach dip now that spinach artichoke
yeah,
dip. Now that you say that,
yeah,
you do
I
bring a
can
dip.
put
I
that.
mean, the Midwest is known for their casseroles, and you have an assortment of casseroles. I think I have like 6 just hanging out in my pantry. Well, I use them.
Mhm.
Okay, I got different ones for different things, and then I found this about 2 years ago. Do you know they have inserts, plastic inserts for your crock pots so they don't get like yeah. I won't tell you what I call them, but they're perfect.
Yeah. Oh man, we forgot to use one once. Oh,
Oh, it's
like
just
we're
the
up
worst.
north
It's always one
where
side of the crock pot that like just gets like burnt, and you're
yeah,
like,
but
where is this
we
at?
were up north where we don't have like decent running water. Like we
Oh
have running water,
no,
but we don't have decent running water. Like
no,
so just like it was just like
the worst.
that was
And you're like
ridiculous.
scraping it off, and it's
Yeah,
just
Jane,
no.
I'll take a picture and I'll send you my recipe of that.
So I had a
I've
dish
seen it different
today.
ways.
Bold in the trees. I had a dish today that I've never had before. I've
Mhm.
heard about it, so I'm not like under a rock, but I've never had it before, and I didn't understand the hype behind it. Had it today, and I'm just like, I completely get it now. Have you ever heard of a walking taco? So, like with the bag with the crunch,
That's
and
so
then
delicious. Oh,
you
they're the best
shake
with
it.
nacho cheese Doritos. Oh.
Okay, that's what they had. They had nacho cheese
Or
Doritos over like
Fritos.
regular.
Fritos, they're really good with Fritos
Oh,
too.
really? Okay, so I've heard
Mhm.
this. Anyway, so it was the Doritos. I crushed it. I put my little blend in it because they had like beef, they had chicken, they had black beans, for the vegetarians, and they had all these assortments, and they have like this. It was a life changing experience. I was like, I need to do this for Peyton's birthday instead of like doing hot dogs, hamburgers, because it's summertime. Because everything was set out, the crock pots were crock potting, and no one had to worry about like refilling stuff or making sure it was perfect. I mean, they made sure like the toppings were refilled because they didn't put everything out. But I was like, this is
Mhm.
what light bulb genius.
Mhm.
So what
Yeah,
are
when
you?
my kids go to the forensics meet, that's what they always sell at the forensics meet.
Oh,
So then you like grab your chip of choice and
ah,
then go through and get your stuff almost like a ketchup-a-thon.
So, and then Corey was saying at work they do like a chili off, and they get Fritos, and they like build but let me tell you something. I was not prepared. Burned my little fingertips. Was not prepared with how hot that liquid was going to be in that bag when I was holding it. I'm just like, oh, this is hot on my little fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love a good cheese dip though too.
Yeah. So
Making me
good.
hungry.
All right, should we do
Yes.
till 45 again?
That's fine. Is this going to be our last one, you think?
Because that'll bring us,
10:45. Right? No?
yeah.
Yes. 10:50.
Should it be our last one, or do you want to try to do two?
We can do one long one. That's
Want
fine.
to do one long one?
Yeah.
Should we just go to 11 or to 0,
Oh, sure.
and then we can come back and say goodbye?
Sure. That way we can get a good little
Or is that
read.
too long? Is that too? Because you
I
still have
don't
to get up tomorrow. I don't. I mean, I do
two.
eventually.
Sharon says two. Sharon says two. I think I'm headed to bed. It's
No,
after 11 for me, and I have to
no.
work.
When you said you were good for one more sprint, I was like, I
Well,
don't
we
know.
were chit-chatting, okay? Let
Yeah,
let her go to bed.
I'm not letting her go to bed.
She's got stuff to do tomorrow. She needs to be alert.
Good night, Krista.
Good night.
Okay, so we go to 10:45,
Wait,
chat for a little bit, and then do another one. Or what do you want to do? When do you want to be done?
Okay, let's do a 25-minute one.
Okay.
Come back, chit chat, and then do another one.
Okay. So we'll just, I don't know what time that is. We'll just leave that off.
Okay.
I don't want to do math. We'll just do this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was like, okay, guys,
They were trying to do math at my meeting, and I was like, I don't teach math. We need to stop.
I was like, let's read till 8. That's what I said. I was like, okay, guys, have a great time.
All right. Happy reading. Oh, doesn't want to start. There we go. Hello.
Hello. That one was so calming. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
Yeah. How did your sprint go?
good. I'm not gonna lie. Was a little tired and rocking a little slower. I only got about, say, like 16 or 17 pages. Not bad, but still, like, I'm not flying through it. I think my body is getting calmed down. Like, it's just like ready. You know, when you get tired and your body starts feeling a little heavy, like you're getting ready for like bed. I think that's where I'm at. I was outside all most of the day in the like sun and heat, and so I think I'm just like hydrating, but also like,
Yeah. I got to page 415.
oh my gosh, you're so close.
Yeah,
Do you think
there's.
you're gonna finish it tonight?
I mean, I have more than 100 pages left.
Okay.
There's like 556 pages.
Are you gonna finish it tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have big plans for tomorrow, or is it pretty easy day? Is it pretty?
I'm gonna go into school, and I have some work to do in my classroom to kind of close it down, and I have to tutor.
Okay.
But I can take more breaks when I'm
When need be.
working on my own time. And so,
You could
I
do
mean,
productivity sprints there. You could be
I
like
could.
20-minute just power through and then 15-minute read or something like that. If you want to do
Yeah.
it.
So, I mean, it's going really well. The cleaning up my classroom, except my desk area. My desk area is terrible. I'm
I mean,
horrible.
everyone always has an area where they're just like, I tried.
Yeah. No. So, yeah. But that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I don't know what time I'm gonna go in. I'll go in whenever. I'm gonna wake up whenever I wake up, and I have a cup of coffee.
So your normal time, because we're not sleeping in yet.
Right. Have a cup of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and then go in at some point in the morning. Work at school until I tutor, and then go home, and then probably go back in on Tuesday. I want to finish on Tuesday. Like,
Okay.
that's my goal, is to be done on Tuesday. And I'm totally fine with taking it slow.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rushed with it.
So.
So I want to be done on Tuesday, and I want to go in on Tuesday. I'm going in on Tuesday anyway when my friend that just had surgery can't lift more than a gallon of milk, and he has to take all of his stuff out of his classroom because he's changing schools. So he's like, I'm gonna need some help putting stuff in my car. I was like, gotcha.
Just add more of the salt.
Pour some more salt in that wound, huh, buddy?
Right? Well,
anyway, but yeah. So I'm gonna be taking it easy. And that's fine. And then Wednesday I need to like make sure that I'm packed for girls' state, and Thursday same, and then Friday I leave for girls' state, and then I have girls' state, and then
fun stuff.
Yeah. And I might be dog sitting the weekend after girls' state.
Okay.
So, yeah. I want to be low key this week because it's going to be not low key for the next while.
Understandably so.
Yeah. All right. So Mrs. Peacock joined us during that sprint.
Oh, well, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. And Mrs. Peacock is reading The House of Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne. She's going classic.
Yeah, that is
Love it.
impressive.
Lisa says these sprints have been so productive. I'm so glad to
They
hear
have, except for the last one, but like I said, I think it's just
it.
tired.
Yeah, I would have fallen asleep if I didn't have the book in my ear as well as I was reading.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I'm tired. I'm not tired. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. But Jane won't finish her book tonight, but she's far enough that she can easily finish tomorrow. That's how I'm kind of feeling too.
There you go.
Susan needed to get a V8 with all the talk of food and drink. Love it. Sharon has read 124 pages of her book today. Love
That's
it.
impressive.
Ooh, Sharon, your only daughter gets married on the 21st.
That's exciting.
That is so awesome.
You know, she's the mother of the bride.
I'm so happy for you. That is awesome. I actually Girl State is just like from Sunday morning to Friday morning. It's go, 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 go. There's not a whole lot. It's exhausting. And I get home and I get into what is called
your hibernation,
Badger Girl coma. Like I just sleep until I wake up. And last year, one of my good friends was getting married on the Friday of Badger Girl. So I had to go from Badger Girl to her wedding, celebrate.
Right.
So it pushed my coma off a little bit, but I was really glad I did. But yeah, it was weddings are wonderful. Weddings are awesome. So I'm so happy, Sharon, that
just remember, breathe, take one thing at a time. At the end of the day, they're getting married, and that's all that matters. You're there, you're able to enjoy it, you know. It's stressful, but in the best way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you're on dog sitting duty while they're on their honeymoon. Well,
she's on her grandpups. Her grandpups.
The grandpups. Actually, I'm gonna be dog sitting for my friend that got married last year because it's gonna be her anniversary, and they're gonna go on a little getaway. So.
Yeah, those are your like niece and nephew pups.
Pretty much.
They're like your extended. They're your fur baby.
They're like my
They're
pups.
family.
Yeah, both of the families that I dog sit for, I'm like, they're my puppies. Like, you don't get to tell me that they're not.
I mean, I always joke with my best friend. Her mother-in-law was 100% for us getting Oakley. Has grown up with German Shepherds. Loves German Shepherds for, just the household protection, because children need to grow up with dogs. That's her thought process. Great. She's in line with my husband. They think that children need to grow up with dogs. He's great. It's a great fit. I agree. With that being said, I joke around with her because she's just like, I need pictures. And she's living vicariously through me, thinking this is her dog. Because she's like, oh, he looks a little sad today. He might need an extra walk. Oh, he needs it. Oh, you're having him go outside. That's great. Or he's outside in the morning. And, I send her things. I've recently gone, and because I tell her when he's not feeling good, we go to the vet. It's a whole thing because I keep saying it's her dog and he's expensive. And I'm going to charge her puppy support because he kept eating the soil in our yard and it was giving him like a bacterial infection, which caused him to have interesting bowel movements as a number 2. So we had to take him in and figure it out and give him medicine, and it clears it and, all the things. But it's expensive every time they have to check his little sample that we have to bring in fresh within a 12-hour span. I'm done picking up dog poo poo like that, Amy. Because they're like, is he eating? We went through the whole list of things, people. I'm not going to get into it. All I tell you is I text her. I'm like, your dog's expensive. You need to come get your dog. I will ship him to you in a box. But every time she's like, how's my dog doing? I haven't heard from my dog in a while. Well, your dog's doing just fine. He's eating his frozen blueberries in the morning with his water. He's living a very bougie life.
Sharon tried to tell them that the modern trend is to take the mother-in-law on the honeymoon, but they're not buying.
I'm not opposed to that modern trend, but it might be extremely modern, as in this week modern, because I've not heard that.
I mean, it seems like a good mother-in-law gift to send the mother-in-law somewhere.
Yeah, not with you on your honeymoon. I'm not saying
I
you
don't
don't
know that you
deserve
want to
it.
be there, Sharon. I'm just gonna say it.
I'm not saying you don't deserve it, Sharon. What I think we should have done is done a destination wedding so everyone got a vacation out of this. Like you had some group excursions, you had some alone time. I just think, send Sharon on a beach, not with the sharks because they're wilding out right now, not with the sharks, but somewhere else. 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You don't
I
even
would
have
have
to
tried
see them.
to. I
You
would
don't
have
even.
tried to.
You don't even have to see
100%.
them. You just 2 to 2. I'll see you for like I'll buy you a dinner. Like I'll see you on the airplane. I'll act like I don't know you if that's the thing. I just.
Gosh.
Oh, Grace. Oh, that would be lovely. That would.
It would.
The food, the culture.
Mm-hmm. All right. 25 minutes yet? And then, or do you want to do 30?
Let's do a 25. Let's just stick with 25.
25 and a quick goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to find the last sprint ticker?
Do what?
One of the banners is the last sprint.
Oh. I thought you were talking about moving the clock. I was like, I'm confused. I can't do that.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I was like, what do you want me to do up here? Can I do anything up here? Got it. Solid.
Got her, Otter.
Don't say his name. He's going to hear and then pop up somewhere and I'll be like, go to bed. You have school in the morning.
All right. Happy reading.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. "13 pages. Not bad.
No, not bad. I
Really impressive.
through, so I was on page 415,
Okay.
and I got to page 465.
Nope. Stop.
So 50 pages. And I'm on day 13. So
Ooh.
days left.
That's exciting.
So I was halfway through day 12-ish.
Okay.
Day 12 was weird. I cannot say that I liked day 12. It was
Okay.
kind of crazy cakes. So it was weird. It was just weird. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. There's been 2 really weird stories that I've read tonight, and I'm like, what is happening?
So, how do you like the book?
I like it. It's very interesting.
Okay.
It has my attention, and I'm in it, and I'm intrigued, and I want to know, like, I know there's something coming. Like, there's something that brings all of this together. I love what it's saying about the necessity of being around others when you're stuck in a place that you don't want to be, dealing with
Okay.
something you don't want to deal with. I
Okay.
love that. I think that's amazing, and I just it's good. But there's some that I'm just not connecting with, and there's the two today that I read are just way out there, and I'm like, where did that come from? And I was like, I don't know. I don't even know. It would probably be kind of spoilery if I said it, but
Okay.
yeah, it was just weird. Just weird. So Jane is down to 50 pages to go. Awesome. I have about 90 pages to go in 14 days. So the more that I talk about 14 days, the more you want to make sure it's on your July TBR. You're here for the weird. It's weird. It's weird. And I don't know where it's going yet. And I think I'm not gonna know until day 14. Like on day 14, like it's just kind of all gonna come together because
Okay.
like we know that it lasted longer than 14 days, like the pandemic was not only 14 days.
Yeah.
So like what's the importance of these 14 days?
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
and it starts on like March 31st, which is not when the pandemic started,
No.
like so it's just
Well,
kind
that's yeah. I'm trying to think when, because the lockdown was
it was right around St.
Hmm.
Patrick's Day. Like my sister had her St. Patrick's Day party, and we were
Yeah.
kind of talking about how this was coming. And then we were told on Monday, like the next day, that we were only going to have Monday and Tuesday. And by the end of the day on Monday, we were told we're not coming back on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's just wild to me. And it's wild to think like that was a time 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That like I can't like wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I bet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jane was on a trip and came back to the US on 3/14/20, a different place than when we left 2 weeks before. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember we found out we were expecting in December of 19. And so I was like within, like, we found out 4 weeks around December time. So we kept it to ourselves until Christmas and told our immediate family because they need to know either way, right? and then we kept it to ourselves for a little bit. But yeah, I was just like, because I did the whole 2020 pregnant, which was so much fun. And then delivered in July, which was like where we were was like a really high like cases. It was just we were in the red zone as a city for just yeah, it was not a good time.
Yeah.
Not a good time for anyone, but specifically just not a good time and just in general and other things. It's wild to me.
Well, one of the things it talks about is how like tragedies and things like this hit people differently depending on where they are, like
yeah,
and what they're doing and how much money they have, and
a lot goes into it. A lot plays a part into it, you know, and it's just
and it takes place in New York, which was the epicenter in America of.
I couldn't imagine living in a more populated place. I mean, I'm, you know, like right next to Omaha, Nebraska. So it's like, it's pretty, there's a lot of people there, but I couldn't imagine like LA or like where it's just like New York, where it's like a huge influx of, you know, people traveling, you know, this, that, like, you know, we don't see a lot of tourists in the suburbs, so to say. Or at my like grocery store kind of thing, but it's still, I couldn't imagine being in a like place where that is normal, and just not know. Yeah.
But even think about how much New York depends on tourists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just it's crazy cakes. We could go down a rabbit hole with that whole thing, but yeah, I agree with Jane. Jane, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to go back to that. Nor do I want to give birth in a pandemic. Don't want to do that again either. I'll check that off my box. I've already done it once.
Well, I'm gonna fall asleep. So, and we're at the end of the comments.
Yes.
So, yeah, but thanks for holding on the fort and
not a problem
with me today.
Yeah, not a problem. I love doing sprints, and I can't wait to do more sprints. So
yeah, probably definitely in July we should do some. Lisa read 70 pages tonight. Nice.
Fun.
Have a good week. Good night, Jane. Thanks for coming. Good night, Sharon. Thanks for coming. This is very fun. We haven't done this in so long. I've so missed it.
Well, we need to do it more often. And we will, because summer school only lasts 3 weeks, and then after that we're full-blown summer, and I'm super excited because I got a little taste of it, and I'm ready to like go. I'm ready to just be in the pool and just all the things.
Yeah. So for sure, July.
Yes.
We'll be back with some more. Yeah. So cool. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. If you're watching this later, thank you for tuning in. It's been great to see you. Yeah. Hope you're finding something wonderful to read. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.
Bye.